What's up, guys? So, we're going to do a little unboxing today. Got this package. This thing was absolutely wrapped, and still is partially, like a psycho. I mean, seriously well packaged. But hey, I don't know how many layers. There's like 4 layers of this on there. And I spent like 10 minutes trying to dig this off of here. It's so thoroughly wrapped, and we're still just getting to the box. Let's get this box opened up, if we can figure this out. Right, we've gotten through that. I think we're almost inside. I want to tell you, this ain't no joke. There we go. All right. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. All right, so to all my base head people, there's a bunch of us. A whole lot of us have got either the windows are tinted really dark in the back, we have subwoofers stacked up to the ceiling, back windows covered with stickers, and or myself, you have a wall. You can't see out the back of your vehicle. This is the magic trick to fix that problem. And we're going to be installing this. So there's going to be multiple videos on this. This guy is the solution to that problem. So let's get it out and have a look. Now, first of all, we're gonna set this part up here. This is the main star of the show. In the box, first we have a one of those double-ended headphone jack cords, the aux cord, and we've got a couple of these rubber things. These will come in handy during the install, but not sure about it. So we got this cord, an aux cable. Could not think of the name of that. Got some little wire management deals with some 3M tape on them. These rubber things, there are multiples of these, but these are important, and depending on how you're installing it. There's also a panel removal tool in here, which comes in handy for routing the wires and tucking the wires behind trim. Never have enough panel removal tools. This here is a charging cable, and it is a Type C plug. That's cool. And in here, there is a Ziploc bag, which is apparently child-proof. There is a camera. This is one of the most important pieces. This guy here mounts to the back of the vehicle, and it's got this quick disconnect, so you can run the wiring through something, have it poking out back there, and then come in from outside, and very handy little wire there. So that's important. And what is this? Piece of paper. Okay, and then we have the little DVR screen and instruction book with color images, color pictures, so we can follow the pictures. You don't have to read it. You can just look at the pictures. That's always important. All of these things are important, but I want to show you this piece right here. Yeah. This, okay, replaces your rearview mirror. Now, this particular one doesn't have the, maybe it does. Let me see. Yeah, it does. So when you peel this back, you get a complete mirror right there. I mean, it's almost, it's kind of like a mirror with a little bit of a tint to it, but it is a very reflective mirror. The key thing is this is going to mount onto your rearview mirror if you still have one. If not, then we're going to custom build a bracket to go back here to attach this to the original rearview mirror button on the dash, on the windshield. Or there's other custom options. But for the purposes of this video, I want to show you guys the standard way that this goes on. And then we'll discuss the other options. There's two sets of these. There's the big ones and there's longer ones and there's shorter ones. I got one of each in my hand. So you can attach these in multiple different locations on here. And they go behind the mirror and snap here, and now it holds this thing to your mirror. How good does it work? For normal human beings, it works extremely well. It grabs and holds it in place on a normal mirror perfectly. For us base heads, no. Okay. But as one benefit though, whenever your rearview mirror does this thing where it vibrates and vibrates and starts falling down, right? And you can't use it anymore. Well, this being a screen, even if it's tilted down, it still shows you the image that you're supposed to be seeing because it's the camera that's seeing the image. And so the screen may be tilted not perfectly in line with your face, but you can still see it. So it's still working for that in that regard. But I've got to order another piece to finish my personal full install. I'm going to do a partial install and show you how this thing works. Show you guys how it works. But on my full install, I'm going to be attaching a piece that will come in here and attach back here and put a mount out here so that it can clip onto the windshield and be a rearview mirror proper. And that's one way to do it. Now, the other way is to do a custom piece that comes down out of the ceiling and allows this to be mounted into it. So it has a hard, solid, rigid framework that holds it in place, right? Around it so that it's locked in position and attached to the roof. Now, when it's shaking like crazy, it's not going to be as visible because it's going to be going dur, 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 dur. But you'll still be able to use it. And whenever you're not shaking like crazy, it'll be a stable camera for you to use. So not only does this have this camera in the back that you can look at and see who's behind you and change lanes and all that kind of stuff, back up. Also, it's a backup camera so that you can see what's behind you when you put it in reverse. And the beauty of it is it has a front-facing camera, which is this one, okay, and a rear-facing camera. So it's going to give you that dash cam, front and rear, recording all the time. And if you set the vehicle up, I'm 99% sure this one has a shock sensor in it. You can set it up to go to sleep and wait for a shock. And then you can set up the sensitivity in it. And it will, whenever your vehicle gets vibrated enough to set off that sensitivity, it will come on and will save the video from that time, that like 3 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever it is, or 5 minutes, whatever you have it set to loop, it'll save a clip before and after that shock. So whenever somebody bumps you or tries your door handle or busts your window or whatever, it's going to start saving the a few minutes or the time before, the time after that event into the camera's memory. So it acts like a security system as well. This thing is cool. Now, the other catch is there's this cord right here. You're like, well, what is that for? Why does my mirror need a cord? This thing is full of tricks. So in the user manual, you will find that this thing has many more capabilities on top of what I've already mentioned. So after plugging it in, we'll see what we got going on here. We have CarPlay, Android Auto, DVR, playback, and audio output. And CarPlay would work the way you think it does. So is Android Auto. You can compare with your Android Auto. Got Bluetooth music. You can pair Bluetooth music. Got all the stuff. We even got Wi-Fi video. Cool, right? And we go over here, back to the home screen, and we got DVR, which shows you what's going on behind, because there's only one camera hooked up right now. So it's showing you my lap, the floor, and the wall, and that stuff over there. So it is showing you that. And remember how to get back. Push the home button. We can do playback, where we can see what's recorded on the video. And hasn't had any events yet, but you know, it's there. So you can go back and check out that stuff. And there's just the volume control. It has onboard speakers, so it does make sounds. You got your modes. Night mode, which is the brightness of the screen. You see it brightens and darkens. Right? Got your settings down here. Tap on that, and you've got lots of things in here. Driving position, split screen to allow you to do multiple cameras, all kinds of stuff. Your recording resolution, your microphone, your mirror image, you can reverse it so you can have it, you know, look like a mirror. Time-lapse video, your reverse line deal, languages, sound, all kinds of things. So yes, this device is pretty all-inclusive. It will flat out do Android Auto. So you can have your phone's screen up here on the mirror-ish, whatever you want to call this thing. It's a tiny little screen. It's essentially a rear view mirror-shaped car stereo with an odd output. That's what it is. It's really, really neat. Bluetooth, FM, voice control, power input. So this can receive, it can work as a Android Auto system, so it can work as essentially a car stereo. That's what that output wire is for. You connect this from this unit to your aux input on a car stereo and use the car stereo as your amplifier. This guy can transmit audio from it to an old-fashioned car stereo system. So you can Bluetooth straight into this and then transmit that into car stereo. You can also do a wireless transmission to an FM station. You pre-program the FM station in this, and whatever your Bluetooth signal from your phone does to your stereo, to your mirror, right? It FM sent to your stereo, so you can attach your phone Bluetooth to an old-fashioned car stereo that may only have an aux input. But there's more, because If you really want to go psychopath, right, you can get a connector for this that allows you to go from an aux cable to two outputs that would connect to an amplifier. So you could run this as a head unit to the amplifier. There's a pretty crazy amount of stuff to make this a really unique piece of equipment, and depending on how you use it, because you could totally mount this in the dash. You would lose this camera functionality, but the rest of it would still work. There's a lot of custom ways this could be used. And there's a whole lot of reviews out there showing the standard ways that it's used. And I'm going to show you those too. But I'm also going to be covering some of the cool custom ways it can be used. So if you guys like doing cool things, different things, you know, making something that's people go, oh, that's cool. Yeah, we can do all that. We can do all that. So if you guys are into doing crazy, custom, weird things, this is the channel for you. And the link for this thing will be in the description of the video. But you need to stick around, see what's coming in the future on it, because this is going to be a cool project. Actually, a couple of cool projects. But I'm going to show you how to use the basic one, how to use it in a little bit more advanced way. And also, we're going to do something totally custom in my Tahoe using this. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and check it out. For now, guys, peace.